Hey, everybody, welcome to episode 18 of the Geek Perspective. I am your host, Roy. On today's show, we discuss San Diego Comic Con. So join us for the fun. So, what's going on, Thomas?
How you doing, Roy?
All right. First off, I want to state that last week we had a horrible audio session on our show. It was so bad that I ended up deleting the episode. So if people wonder, like, hey, why are we doing number 18 again? Well, it's because that was just for the live viewers because the audio was so horrible. And to the few of you that stayed around for the whole horrible episode, God love you
Yeah,
because it was horrible. So
yeah,
hopefully the audio was much better. It sounded great on our end last week. We had some problems at the beginning. We fixed them, so we thought. And then our end sounded great, but then after the show, I was getting messages from people saying that it was utterly horrible. So we
yeah.
apologize, and man, hopefully it's a lot better this week. But now that's out of the way. What's been going on, Tom?
Nothing at all, man. Just yeah,
Living
working,
the
working and living. You know. How about you?
Not much. We were talking off air that if my new pop to come, which we'll be discussing in a few minutes,
Yeah.
it's supposed to come. Well, it's supposed to be excuse me, sent out supposedly by the end of the month. So we'll see if that happens. So I'm looking forward to that. Um,
Nice.
other than that, just trying to stay cool. It's been kind of warm last couple of days, kind of cooled off a little bit, but
Mm,
we're here to discuss some San Diego Comic Con tonight.
yeah. 50th anniversary, man. Big deal. Like I know we've been talking about it. It's in the next 5 years. I'm going to San Diego Comic Con,
I'm
and
with you. I'm
if
definitely with you.
Yeah, I mean, the sooner the better, too. I want to get out there, man. You see all the pictures, and it just, oh man, it looks so fun. 5 days of just awesomeness, you
Well,
know.
the thing is, we get to volunteer at Rhode Island Comic Con, so we get a little taste of like what it's about, but at a much larger scale.
Hmm.
You know, um, they're the granddaddy of them all. I don't
Hmm.
know if I agree with them owning the name Comic Con.
Yeah, that
The
seems like
whole
it's getting a
separate.
little petty.
Yeah, that's a little crazy to me. Now, whatever it is, what it is, but we'll see what comes out of that. But as far as the convention itself, they get the cream of the crop, and for good reason. This is
Yeah.
the convention. If people don't that listen to our show, watch our show, don't know a lot about Comic Con, it's one of those conventions where you know they sell everything from Funko Pops. They have statues, toys, figures, collectibles. They have like, for instance, like statues of like Batman and
Mm.
Marvel. Like, we're talking incredible statues. You can get artwork, comic books,
Oh
books,
yeah,
movies,
prints. God,
prints, yep, artwork.
yeah.
Uh,
It's
yeah,
amazing.
was that?
It's amazing. I mean, it's a cultural event now. I mean, it's not just for the geeks. On top of that stuff, which is like awesome for us because we're nerds and stuff. I mean, you have the TV show like legit mainstream TV shows. They come and that's when they initially or first release the trailer for their upcoming seasons
Oh,
and
for sure.
and or their final seasons, and you have people like Tom Cruise, you know what I mean? People that aren't necessarily associated with the geek culture part of it because it's such an event now in the panels, and it's just I mean it's basically it like sets up the whole year of what's happening in Hollywood. And another reason it's so big, aside from being the first location, obviously, San Diego, that gets overlooked a lot, but San Diego, you're near Hollywood, you know what I mean? You're
That's
near,
already fun in itself. Us going to San Diego,
yeah,
man.
yeah, man.
Yes, we
Yeah.
definitely have to take like a few days just go around San Diego because
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
oh,
It's yeah, you want to get out there probably a couple days before and stay a couple days after, you know what I mean, or something, because it's yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I can't wait, man. I really want to go.
yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. Um, yeah, this convention it's the biggest in the world. They get all the top celebrities. But don't forget, people, here in New England, we do have a convention down in Rhode Island called Rhode Island Comic Con, and we urge you guys to go because we're there. You can come in and hang out with us, and
it's huge too. It's huge too. You know what I mean?
it's one of the top 3 conventions in the whole country.
Yeah, I know this year. I know the goal is well over 100,000, I believe, to get if it's allowed within fire codes and stuff like that. Because every year they expand. Like I know last year they went into the Omni now. You know what I mean, and had stuff over there.
We've got places.
Yeah,
the Marriott and the other a bit more.
yeah. Soon they're just gonna have it like in the mall.
That's a possibility.
But yeah, I mean, it gets so even though we are saying San Diego is the biggest and the best, Rhode Island is great too, and it's big, it's huge, it's a lot of fun, a lot of good stuff happens there too. So
I don't care how big Rhode Island is. I mean how big San Diego Comic Con is. Rhode Island will always be like family.
Oh yeah, of course. Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like I defend Rhode Island Comic Con all the time.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, like a few years ago, we had some issues with they shut us down, and people were like, "Well, you guys get shut down." I'm like, "That's not a bad thing. That means there were too many people wanted to go."
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about? People made it sound like it was a bad thing that they got shut down, and they weren't shut down.
Yeah, they just weren't allowing people in or out. Yeah,
right. That's all it was.
And part of that too was that people seem to forget it was the really crazy inclement weather that caused everybody to go right in the door and then stop. Yep. And that became a big issue because I don't know why, and this drives me nuts out there. This tendency for people to just get into a location and then just stop dead. You know what I mean? And now you got another person. Now they're stopped dead. Now, and then it backs up. And now whatever, for example, 10,000 people looks like 40,000 people because you got them squished into a 100 square foot area. So
that bugs me in general because even at the convention.
Yes, it does.
They even in the convention they like will bottleneck. We'll just stop.
Yep.
Hey, people keep your ass moving.
Yeah,
you stop. If you do, move to the side.
Yeah, exactly.
Stay right in the middle. It's like, man, I remember escorting celebrities to their photo ops, and I'm like pushing people out of the way almost. Like, excuse me, like, put my hand on people. Hey, you gotta scoot over, bud. Because people were ignoring you.
Oh yeah,
celebrities by, and I'm like, we can't have this.
Oh yeah, my first year when I was with it was the year that we met. We were with people from Sons of Anarchy that year. Yes. And God, it was a lot looser then too, as far as like if you were with a celebrity, you were with them the whole time through the green room. You know what I mean? It wasn't like you just stayed at the table or you know what I mean? You followed them, you ate lunch with them, you did everything with them back then. And it was different people running it too. But yes, I remember it too, walking through because, it should be like, all right, time for a break. We'd either go smoke or grab something to eat or something and trying to get through and people just stopping dead right there. And the person I was with getting very frustrated, and then having to be like, come on, guys, and come on, get out of the way.
Yep. Oh, very true.
Yeah.
Very true. It's memories though.
Yes. Oh yeah.
You should volunteer if you like conventions. So if you're thinking about going, volunteer. See if you want to come back and spend your money. The conventions don't want me to say that, but you'll meet a lot of cool people, and everyone's a family, and you'll have a good time.
Yeah,
definitely. But at San Diego, they have a ton of trailers, and we want to go over a few of them. And I'll just leave them off real quick, and then we'll talk about them for a minute if you want. So we have Top Gun Maverick, which there's something to say about that in a minute. The final trailer for It Chapter 2. I think I'm the only person on planet Earth that hasn't seen the first part, and there's a reason for it. It's because I want to see part 1 and part 2 together.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I didn't want to see part 1 and be like, I can't wait for part 2. So I've been trying to avoid watching it. It's been difficult, but I want to see them both together. But also the first footage of Terminator Dark Fate, which I have something to say about that.
Nice.
And we got Walking Dead season 10, which is a big season. We'll discuss
Yep.
that in a few minutes. And Star Trek Picard, which looks really good.
Oh my God, looks so good. I'm not a Star Trek. I love the original Star Trek, and then never liked any of the other iterations and stuff. And well, it's not like I disliked them. I just never got into them. Like they came out and like in periods in my life where I just wasn't into that type of stuff. You know what I mean? And it's like I know a lot of people talk about Next Generation as being a class. My mom was a big fan of being in classic, and you know I've met Brett Spiner, really nice guy. You know, I talk to him every year. Great guy and everything. Also have to play dumb and be like, oh yeah, I saw that episode. You know, which happens a lot with me with people I'm working with. I haven't seen their movies, which I think is a good thing too, personally. You know what I mean? Although you do have to kind of, especially when fans come up and they want to talk to you about the movie they've been in. And especially one year I was with somebody and it was the biggest movie of the year, and of course I hadn't seen it. And you know, I was with the guy and had to bluff my way through the whole weekend of not seeing. You know, what's that?
It obviously worked.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm good at bluffing.
And also, I'm not a big fan, but Westworld season 3 had a big preview.
Yeah,
there were a bunch of Arrowverse trailers, which we'll get into. Which it all leads to a Crisis on Infinite Earths, which changes the whole dynamic of the DC universe and on CW anyway, and that's going to be huge. And then you have HBO Watchmen the series, which I've never seen the movie, and Tom was giving me crap for that, but I haven't. So, Tom, you want to talk about Top Gun Maverick?
Well, I mean, just real quick, that I mean, how cool it was that yeah, the trailer and the whole setup of it was just great. You know, Cohen every year at San Diego or not, but the last I think 5-6 years or whatever it is 5 years. Conan has his own thing called Conan Con. It's still part of San Diego Comic Con, but that's kind of Conan's humor. You know what I mean? It calls it Conan. What's up?
You just kind of froze. You sound like you were a robot for a moment.
Oh, okay. So it's put on by his production company, Team Coco. And
Team Coco.
Yeah, Team Coco. I love that they call him Coco.
Ever.
Yeah, and so every year, he does it. He has his exclusive pops, which I'll talk about later when we talk more about.
Tom loves Conan pops, so if you want to donate pops to Tom, he'll take whatever you want to give him.
Yeah, Conan pops. So that I'm trying to complete the collect. I don't have any. I have only the orange one so far of this year's that were released at San Diego because that was shared with GameStop. But they also released the Pennywise Conan.
That looks really good.
It does look really good. The Jon Snow Conan, which looks really cool. The Iron Man Conan, which I know people are going nuts over. And then Woody Conan, which is cool. I'm not, you know, I remember the original Toy Story. Great, you know, when I was younger, not young, but younger. And but I haven't seen any of these, but it still looks really cool. So I want all of those, but I'm waiting for the hype to die down because for those pops, you actually have to be at Conan Con, or they do on every night during San Diego Comic, or 4 nights during San Diego Comic Con. They do on TBS. They give a code, and then you can go on the website and try to win them. I didn't win. I tried every night, and so. Yeah, right now, because it's right after the con, they're super high. You know, people are trying to sell them for super high, get the most amount of money. All these flippers. I mean, I've seen them for like $150, $200. And it's just like, no, because what will happen is in 4 months, once the hype dies down, they'll be, you know, $30, $20, you know, a lot closer to retail. And I can justify spending $20 or $25 on a pop, you know, exclusive pop, not 150. I'm sorry, you know. So, but yeah. So anyway, during Conan Con at San Diego Comic Con, he had a surprise guest. It was Tom Cruise. A weird Derek.
Our co-host just chimed in.
Weird
But
damn
there
anime.
were anime pops, right?
Yeah, there was Toy Tokyo released. Well, actually, Derek, I asked Derek about Ultraman. I guess Ultraman's not technically anime, but they released
I always think he is for some reason.
yeah, I thought he was too. They did the glow in the dark, but then I believe there was a couple other ones. I'm not good with those characters. Derek would know better. Unfortunately, Derek's not with us. I don't even know. Did we say that? Derek's not with us this week?
No, we didn't say that yet. No.
Oh, yeah. So Derek's not with us this week. He's visiting family, right, in Kentucky. So
I'm in Kentucky. Bring back some bourbon.
yeah. Bring. Oh yeah, I don't drink. Never mind. I don't drink.
No, Tom, don't drink. You drink water, Tom. You bastard.
Yeah. Unless you can bring back some Pappy Van Winkle. So
There you go.
yeah. So anyway, yeah. So his surprise guest was Tom Cruise, which was really cool because if you know anything about Tom Cruise, he's kind of a reclusive guy. He doesn't do a ton of media and everything like that. And the surprise, on top of, he also recreated or revisited his Les Grossman character from Tropic Thunder, which is a great movie and a great character that he had. Most people didn't even know it was Tom Cruise because of all the prosthetics and everything and just how unlike him it was. But yeah, he did. He created that character, but they did a surprise drop of the Top Gun sequel. This is huge, especially if you are a child of the 80s growing up. I mean, how about you, Roy? Are you a Top Gun freak like me?
I've been hearing about Top Gun for a little while, and so I knew it was coming. I knew they were going to have something there, and I was like, what's it going to be? Is Tom Cruise going to be the star? Is he going to be training? And you watch the preview, it's like, yeah, this is going to be freaking awesome.
Yes.
I was all giddy.
Yes, yeah. It's because, growing up, I mean, like, I'm growing up in the 80s, man. Top Gun, Goose and Maverick. I mean, God, I remember, playing Top Gun as kids and, being Goose or being Maverick. And just so yes. So he released the Top Gun. It's called Top Gun Maverick.
Yes.
And guys, so what do you think, Roy?
There was a scene where he's in, I guess, the colonel's office or something.
Yeah.
Like, you were supposed to be a 5-star general by now or something like that. He's kind of just looking at him, and I forget what Tom Cruise says, but it's such a Maverick comment. He's like, oh shoot. I'm like, oh man, this is gonna be awesome.
Yes. So I mean, how many years after the fact is it? I mean, in the movie. I mean, I know as far as years when it came out to now, but
it's gonna be. I would assume 15, 20 years.
Yeah, right. So he's
much older,
Yeah, he's much older, and we get to. Oh God, I'm so excited about it. I can't even collect my thoughts, man. I mean, guys, you got to check it out. Do a Google search of God. I wish we could show it on here, man. I mean, you know what I mean? Obviously, we would be, kicked off of everything, and
we'll be demonetized.
Yes, yes.
If you go on YouTube, they're on all these trailers are all on YouTube. So I suggest go on YouTube and check out the trailers.
Yeah, because I really don't want to give away too much if you're a Top Gun fan, because it's just like my mind was blown my first time. I heard it, and the guys were talking about it at work, and they were kind of saying what was happening, and I walked away because I was like, dude, I just want to see it for myself. I just do. So that's what I implore you guys to do. Is there anything you think I should explicitly tell them about in the preview? Because I don't want to ruin anything for anybody.
Go watch it.
Yeah.
So what do you think about Star Trek Picard?
What's that?
What do you think about Star Trek Picard?
That looks amazing, dude. I remember I sent you that. All right, we were in our text chain when I saw that too, and I was just like, dude, this looks amazing, so good, man. Patrick Stewart is great. Yeah. He's such a good actor, man. I'll go see that in the theaters. I will. And it's like I said, I I may have seen one Star Trek movie in the theaters. God, it was with I remember Nimoy was in it, and Wrath of Khan, or was that one of them or something?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw that in the theater. I think that's the only Star Trek. Sorry, that I've seen. What's that?
You don't want to piss off all the Trekkies.
Yes, I know. I'm bad about that because I'm not a Star Trek or Star Wars guy. But
bite your tongue.
What's that?
Bite your tongue.
I know. So, what do you think of the Picard? You know,
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah,
he's such a great actor. At first, I was kind of like, yeah, another Star Trek show, blah blah blah. Then you see the preview, the trailer, and you meet some of the other cast.
Yeah,
and he's a great actor, but he needs to have other people.
Yeah, and
you have a movie about one person, so there's gonna be other cast, and it looks like a good ensemble.
Yeah, well, they have Brett Spiner's back as Data. Jerry Ryan.
He was all in pieces.
Yup. Oh yeah, because you know what else is back, and I only know this. Like I said, I don't know too much, but also 7 of 9, the Evil Data is going to be in it. And like I said, I don't know too much, so and I don't want to give away too much because you guys got to check this one out. In the song, Jerry Ryan's in it too. She's back as well. But part of that, which Roy was saying when you're watching the preview, it's part of that, just getting that feeling of how it looks so epic is the song that's playing in the background during the trailer. Like when I was watching it, it just like you're watching it and all the cool scenes and that song is just pumping you up and pumping you up. It's just like, oh guys, you gotta check it out. It looks so good.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Now, one of the biggest, craziest things to come out of the convention was everyone's excitement about Marvel Studios Phase 4. People were all excited about this. And when they announced this, people went bat-ape crazy. And we should discuss that.
Yes.
Let's discuss this timeline a little bit. This timeline is pretty amazing. It's it lists all the dates for all the movies. And go over real quick. Black Widow is May 1st, 2020. The Eternals, which is another whole story, is November 6th, 2020. Shang-Chi, I'm assuming I'm saying that correctly, in the Legend of the Ten Rings is February 21st, 2021. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, which I read an article saying that it is a horror movie. It's going to scare the crap out of you. I don't know about all that, but that's what they're saying.
I hope so. That'd be awesome, man.
May 7th, 2021, and you have Thor, Love and Thunder. We finally get female Thor. That is November 5th, 2021. So what do you think?
Well, I was going to ask you, what do you think about What If?
I'm excited for that.
I'm super excited. Okay, I'm glad you said that because I'm super excited about What If. Now, what do you know about What If?
It's basically what if different things change in the Marvel universe.
Yes, exactly. What if this happened? What if this never happened? You know, stuff like that.
What if this person wasn't this person?
Yes, all that.
What if anything can change in the Marvel universe?
Yes. Yes, and what's cool about it is what you think could be a minor change could have like huge ramifications within any universe, and what you think could be a major change may not or does. You know, I just love it. I've always loved that concept of the what if. I am that honestly looking at all of that. That's probably what I'm most excited for. Some of the stuff like Doctor Strange, the idea that it'd be a horror, I love that. Falcon and Winter Soldier, that could be pretty cool. Like I said, we were talking about off air. Not too excited about the Eternals. I don't know too much about the Shang-Chi.
Yeah, I'm more excited about Shang-Chi than I am about the Eternals.
Yeah.
I was never an Eternals person. they're basically like gods or something that have been on Earth for 1 billion years, and I guess they get woken up or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
Um,
yeah.
It's to me, it's something like a poor man's Avengers. To me, I don't know.
Kinda, yeah. Actually, that's kind of that. I haven't heard anybody say that, but that's pretty good right
That's
there.
what I get from it.
Yeah,
Or even the DC version. It's like, yeah, I was like, whatever.
Yeah.
But I will watch it, but I will watch it for free on Netflix.
yep.
On Netflix.
Or
When the movies
or
are
on our
streaming.
device.
Yeah, it's I'm looking forward to Black Widow.
Yeah, that would be cool.
All the Disney Network shows, which by the way, a story came out that Hulu is going to have a bundle for Disney Plus.
Oh, nice.
There isn't a price yet, but people are saying if the app is as good as they say it might be, they're saying people might want to get a separate account anyway. Because I guess if it's added on to the Hulu, you might not get the actual same app.
Oh, okay.
It might just be added on shows. But I'm like, so you get the same stuff. Why does it matter what it looks like?
Yeah.
As long as you're getting it, So, but I don't know what the price is going to be. As of right now, I'm definitely planning on getting it because I want to see all the Disney shows. Like, again, Falcon Winter Soldier, that's coming out in fall of 2020. You have Loki coming out in spring of 2021. Wandavision is coming out in spring of 2021. What If is the summer of 2021, and Hawkeye is the fall of 2021. So that's going to be a fun time. And if you notice, there's no Avengers.
Yeah.
No Avengers.
No Avengers. Wow.
It was time. And,
Yeah.
and also, people, there were no X-Men, which is really good. There have been rumors like they want to jump right out and fix the X-Men because of the last Dark Phoenix horrible debacle. But I agree. Let it rest for a couple of years.
Yeah.
Everything settle, and then do it the right way.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
yeah. It is exciting that it's new stuff.
Yes.
It's like
very exciting.
Yeah, yeah, you got your Thor, but it's for the most part, it's a bunch of it's not rehashed stuff or a character getting another movie, that's already has a bunch of movies, so it's pretty exciting next phase in it, man. It's looking good, looking real good.
So then what did you see the Walking Dead panel?
Yes.
It's 38 minutes, but it was like the best 38 minutes. Like, it was well worth it.
Yeah.
I just sat there for 2 hours.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I the young actress that plays Judith, she is awesome. She is
her choice of weapons.
Yes.
Smart girl.
What's that?
Smart girl for choosing those weapons.
Yeah.
What she choose?
What's that?
You want to tell them what she choose?
Go for it. Tell them.
Daryl's bow.
Mm-hmm.
And then Negan's bat. Little Lucille.
Yes. I love it. She's such a little badass.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
She's the best character. She's in the top 3 best characters left on that show.
Yeah, I would agree with you. She was great, and she's a cute kid. She's it's just refreshing to see like a young, cute kid in a show like that too. Because it is so dark and it's all about death and stuff. So it just yeah. But yeah, that whole panel, I thought it was great. I mean, like the worst kept secret that was finally officially announced about Michonne. Everybody knew it, but it's official now.
You gotta have the hope that it wasn't going to happen.
Yeah.
But by the way, a little teaser for later in the show. Somebody who was supposed to be leaving one of the CW shows actually isn't leaving, so stay tuned for that. Some big news coming out of San Diego Comic Con. But yeah, she's leaving, and it was cool to give her a standing ovation.
Yeah.
That was pretty awesome.
She's got, so they've said about a handful of episodes. I'm hearing 5, 6 ish, somewhere in there of it. The two interesting things that came out of that too. They didn't really talk about the Rick movies too much, and
they didn't get into it. Yeah,
yeah, and they didn't confirm or anything if Michonne's definitely going to be in it, which is the rumor. I mean, I've been hearing that rumor for a long time now that she's going to be part of the Rick movies, but that wasn't confirmed at all during that. So kind of interesting.
I heard that, and I was like, how would that be possible? I mean, obviously you could because they're on a timeline. I'm hoping they do a timeline either in between some of the years, or they do a timeline what he's doing now while they're going through the last couple of years.
Yeah, I mean,
because we know he's not dead. Well, what's he doing? So
yeah.
I wonder if it could be something like that. That would be badass if that was it.
Yeah, because if he's not dead and he's alive, why hasn't he found his way back at any point? You know what I mean? If
that alone could be a couple movies. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, exactly. There's so much you can do with it. Like you said, you can do some, fill in some gaps between seasons or between even episodes of, and go off on into that, which I think. Honestly, for me, it would be a combination of both. If he is alive, which I assume he is, but I can't 100% confirm. But that you do, because I've heard it's at least 3 movies. Maybe a movie that kind of fills in gaps about their relationship or whatever. And then 2 more movies on what he's doing. If he's alive, what he's doing, and maybe him trying to find his way back, or whatever it is. There's so much you could do with it. There's a lot, and I am excited about it because I've been pretty vocal on our show about how it's just like I'm getting, The Walking Dead's, for me, it's getting a little stale. You know what I mean? I'm almost hoping that they, maybe cut it off in a season or 2 and just
really that work the other day. Talking about they had that new show coming out for The Walking Dead.
Yeah, yes,
it's about young teenagers.
Yes, they were born after the fall of society.
I mean, I'm a zombie fan. I've been a zombie fan for 30 years.
Yeah,
but they're going now. They're just trying to milk everything they can get out of it now.
Yes, although I think the story could be kind of cool because reading about the kids, you know what I mean, and it's like,
but what can they talk about that hasn't been discussed already?
Well, I mean, the premise of they were born after the fall, and for some of them growing up, it was like they were born after a bit after the fall, so they didn't know super real danger. You know what I mean? Even though it was in a dangerous world,
it could be different.
I think that's different in itself.
Nothing they can do that could be any different than the other 2 shows.
I think that's different in itself, though. If they're in this world that they've been kind of sheltered, right, and they don't know real danger, they've been sheltered from, having to kill zombies. Maybe the adults are killing them. I don't know. I'm just saying. But, I think that could be kind of interesting. Okay, now these people, now they're on their own. They're thrust into this world, and they have no idea how to survive.
Everybody else when it first started.
Yeah,
no point. No one knew how to survive.
Yes, I see what you're saying, but it's a different spin on that story. But I know what you're saying. Yes, I mean, yeah.
What difference is at their age? And I know what you're saying too, but it's like I don't know. I just find it frustrating that like they're doing a show, and the only difference is going to be the age of the people.
Yeah,
that's going to be really the only difference. Because I'm not saying it's a good or a bad thing. I'm just saying.
Well, yeah, they're milking cow for all it's worth.
It might be a great show. I'm just saying that like there can't be anything new. We know what it is now. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying I'm not going to watch it. I'm not saying I'm just saying like, we'll have to wait and see. You know.
Yeah, we will have to wait and see because.
Don't worry, we'll discuss it when it comes out.
Oh yeah, I'll be watching
the show. We're going to be discussing it. But anyway, back to our topic. Denai actually is working on TV projects, writing for TV shows. So we'll have to wait and see if she has time to even be in the movies, if that was the case.
Yeah.
And did you watch the question and answer part of it at the very end?
Yeah, refresh my memory though. I watched so many videos today, man.
Well, Norman Reedus, this dude gets up and asks Norman Reedus if he was going to lead the Walking Dead cast.
Oh yeah.
Petition to storm Area 51. I thought that was the funniest, coolest. Now, the dude that asked the question is like the nerdiest nerd you'd ever come across in a good way. But that was the most hilarious.
Yeah.
Daryl's like, what is that? We had to explain to him what the petition was, and it was just hilarious. Even the Caps was like, "Ha, you got that question." You know, it was hilarious. And then someone asked Carol, Melissa McBride, who wins, Carol or Alpha? That would be a badass battle.
Oh yeah, yes.
That's a battle for the ages.
That'd
be fun to watch.
Oh yeah, the two. Well, I mean, arguably two of the baddest women in the whole universe. There.
I think they are without question.
Michelle's pretty badass too, dude.
Who's that?
Michonne's pretty badass.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I'll give you Michonne. That's true.
Michonne, I mean, she's
leaving.
Yes. I mean, but you can't say she's not. I mean,
how dare she leave?
She was the one dragging around zombies on a leash when they found her, you know? I mean,
who would have thought from that time to now? Like, she was some black chick dragging around two zombies on chains, and then now she's one of the most popular, awesome characters in the whole show.
Oh yeah.
She's really popular in the comic books too, but I honestly didn't see that carrying over.
No,
it did.
It's funny. It's funny how like some characters, connect more in the comic, and some characters connect more on TV, and you can just see it by the differences between the comic and the comic book and the TV show. It's like some of the characters they killed off had bigger stories, because they just connected more and they were bigger characters. And always go to us. Tyrese was a huge character in the comics, in the early comics, and he had big storylines and was such a badass, but he just didn't connect right on the TV show and got killed off fairly quick. So very interesting.
Oh, most definitely. Did you watch the Arrow panel?
I did not catch that one.
No,
dude. Like I said, I was watching everything today. I don't think I caught the Arrow one. I didn't catch the Arrow one.
I watched it because I love Arrow.
Yeah.
It's basically about Stephen Amell and him leaving the show, and the cast telling stories about him, about basically Stephen Amell and Arrow, the character, basically led the CW superheroes. Like, he was the leader, and I guess he was the leader of the whole CW network as far as the superheroes go. So they're all telling stories about him, and like some of the characters were talking about how that he wanted him to train with them, and they saw how he trained. He was he trains really hard for his character, and they're like, "No, dude, I'm not doing that." Totally ridiculous. Like, you're insane.
That's awesome.
So,
that's awesome.
It was very emotional. A little girl came. I guess she had one. I guess they met before, and she had one of his bows, and she brought it, and she asked him what his legacy was going to be that he thought for the fans, and he asked her if she had the bow. She said yeah. So he told her to come down, and she gave him the bow, and he gave her his Arrow jacket, that jacket he wears on the show. He gave it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, he gave her the thing. So that was kind of news. Kind of cool.
That's awesome.
And some Flash news. Carlos Valdez. You don't know Carlos Valdez, Cisco Ramon, is not leaving Flash. I guess all the news was a load of crap. And he released a statement during Comic-Con, and he said, I know about the rumors, and this is what he had to say. I'm going to kind of paraphrase and make this short. I know about the rumors. Here's the thing. It should be a cautionary tale. Typical Broadway guy. Only a Broadway guy says a cautionary tale.
Yeah.
When publications say sources tell us blah, 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 they have no sources at all. There are red flags. There are people who buy this stuff anyway. They'll buy anything. They will buy it till the cows come home. I can't tell you how many people have come up to me, written me, cried to my face that I'm leaving the show, and this is all crazy. So for me, it's a cautionary tale. Don't believe the rumors. I'm here for season 6, and everybody erupted because everyone loves his character. So he's not going anywhere. We reported it here. I reported it here. He was leaving, and I guess he's not leaving now. He's not going back to Broadway. He's at least going to be there for season 6. So that's cool.
Fake news. Fake news. Fake news. Fake news.
So I know you want to discuss some pops and stuff, right?
Oh yeah. There are a lot of great ones came out during the Comic-Con. I'd already talked about the Conan ones. Another cool one that you got, right? The Jaws.
I haven't got it yet, Tom.
Yeah. You want to say what's unique about this one?
Yeah, it has some dude's body in his mouth.
Some dude's body.
Yeah, I can never remember his name. What was his name?
Hopper?
Is it Hopper?
I can never remember.
Basically, it's a Jaws, and one of the other characters picture the pop in the Jaws mouth, and there's blood everywhere.
Yeah,
that's what I'm getting, baby.
Yeah, it looks cool, and that's a 6-inch, right? Just like the other ones, it's a 6-inch. Yeah, they're cool because I have the other. I know you have them too. The other ones, and there's actually
with the tank.
Yeah, I have the regular and the one with the tank. Then Target has one with just some blood around his mouth, and then there's this one. But yeah, there was there's an glow in the dark Ultraman came out that looked pretty cool. Released by shared with Toy Tokyo. They're out of New York. They do a lot of exclusives. The really cool one. Cool. Roy might remember. A lot of younger talk about HR Pup and stuff. And one from Sigmund and the Squids are there, or Sigmund and the Sea Creatures. By the same creator of HR Pup and stuff. They also had, during that they have the Fun Days thing going on, which I think is actually kind of separate. I'll have to look more into it, but the Fun Days, where they do other exclusives, and these are like super rare ones. They do like 24 counts and 48 counts of them. They had like a lot of them are like their titular character, Freddy Funko. That's their like main character guy, but as another person. Like, so they have Freddy Funko as Chucky from Child's Play. Looked really cool. I wish I would have been able to. I missed the drop because they actually did an online drop where you could have got one of them, but I missed it. I was at work, and but they had some other ones like a Big Boy as Freddy Funko. Some of these are going for over $5,000 already.
I don't think the whole Freddy Funko thing.
It's just like it's their mascot.
Mascot, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's their mascot.
It's so popular. Like everyone is like dying for this stuff.
Well, because the reason is it's because they're super limited runs on them, so they're valuable. Like I said, like the Chucky one. That was, I believe that was out of like 3,000. 3,000. There was a Bloody Chucky out of 3,000, and another, just a regular Freddy Chucky out of 5,000. And those were going for like 300 already online. But you think that's stupid? Just wait. So then they have like the Big Boy, from the restaurant chain. They did some ad icons as Freddy Funko. they also did like a Mark Hamill one. And they did all, and they're like out of 24 and 48. The ones out of 24, I believe, or the ones out of 48 are like almost 5,000 online right now. And the ones out of 24 are like almost 10,000 online right now. $10,000 for a brand new pop. It's crazy. But yeah, so they released those, and then there was a ton. We posted them on our social media pages. We have some pictures of like the complete list. God, there was at least 50 exclusive pops that came out. Any besides your Jaws that you wanna that caught your eye, or you want to talk about, or?
I don't know. Did I discuss the Spider-Man pops I got a couple weeks ago?
No, I don't think you did.
I was at Walmart, and they had the Mysterio glow in the dark pop for $12. And
Yeah.
I was like, you saw it. You were here. You did.
Yeah.
I walked by it, kept going, and I told Derek the story, and he's like, yeah. And the person's like, he's coming back and buying that. Back like 3 times. I'm looking at it. I'm like, $12. Normally, these glow in the dark pops I've seen them for like $20, $18. I'm like, man. I'm like, son of a, god damn it. So I ended up buying it. So I bought that one. You know, I have the Swamp Thing now.
Yeah.
I'm eyeing the Tick.
I love my Ticks. I have mine.
I'm like, oh, it's really cheap.
Yeah, I have the regular and the glow in the dark.
The glow in the dark, I saw it for like $100 or something ridiculous.
Oh, really? I got mine cheap. I got my it was when it like first came out. I think I got it for like $15 or something. So
the price of this stuff really quick. It's like, yeah, screw you.
Yeah, that is the problem. They do become.
But the glow in the dark, it's like I have a couple of the glow in the dark, and it's just too much work to make them glow in the dark. It's like it's not. I don't.
It does stink that you have to like charge them up to glow. I finally did it on mine.
Yeah, I was hoping that somehow they would just work, and that was stupid of me to just to think that. I mean, it is cool still, but it's like I'm not gonna put the effort in to make it glow in the dark. Look at like, why is that so much money? Like that's glow in the dark.
Yeah.
Well, it will if you put the effort in.
Yeah, well, the newer glow in the darks are a lot better too, because it's like you don't have to charge them as much. It's like you put them there and then they go for a long time, and then the glow is much better. Like I've seen some of the new glows on. Oh yeah, because that was another one that came out. It was really cool. Cool Rat Fink by Toy Tokyo. I don't know what the character's from, but it was a glow in the dark, and the glow on it people have been posting on Instagram and stuff. So good, so amazing. You know, like you said, the glow, you do have to put in the effort. I finally did it on my, I have a glow in the dark Pinhead, which was cool. The glow is not great, but I also have a glow in the dark Atom Bomb from Garbage Pail Kids, where his head glows and goes up and, you know, his head's exploding. That one's really cool. That one is really cool, but it doesn't hold a charge that long. And like you said, it takes a little bit of work. You know, so
yeah, I need to get the Pinhead.
Get my
collection.
Yeah, I like that pop. I like it a lot.
I need Pinhead and I need Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but it's like $50. I'm like, yeah.
I lucked out on that. I got it like right before it skyrocketed in price. Like I got mine for like $10 on Amazon or something, and then like. I want to say it was like maybe a week or two later, it like jumped up to over 30 and 40, and everybody's looking for one, and you know, I can't find it. And I love, I mean, that's one of my all-time favorites is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Oh God, I love that movie.
You hear that they're coming out with some new horror figures, new monster figure like Dracula and stuff?
Yes. Yeah, there
was too.
Yes, they were going to add some more, I believe, to their Universal Monsters line, which is a cool line. They have like the Wolfman and the Creature from the Black Lagoon.
$1 for one. It's like, no, I want those.
Yeah. Some of them aren't too bad. Some of them you can get them cheap because there's other ones like the exclusives by Toy Tokyo and stuff that are like $300-$400 and just crazy amounts of money. Hey, if I was rich, maybe, it's funny because, people,
If I was rich.
well, it's laugh because, people online always say, somebody will post or put something up for sale for like $1,000 and somebody will buy it and then post it and be like, and then people are like, I can't believe you spent $1,000. You're stupid, blah, blah, blah. Finally, one person just came back and was just like, hey, dude, I work in aerospace. I have a PhD in rocket science. I make $9.5 million a year. I'm not saying this to brag, but $1,000 isn't shit to me. So,
that's what it comes down to too,
Yeah. And he was just like, so he's like, I don't criticize you. Don't criticize me. Yeah. He's like, it's just money. He's like, I make this and this and this. And he's like, I'm not bragging. It's just, you're always attacking everybody about what they pay. And I'm giving you this other perspective. And I was one of those people too, that I don't get on people and I don't call them out, but I'm just like, that's crazy to spend that amount. Yeah. But that's what he's saying. He makes that money. That makes him happy. You know what I mean?
I say,
I can't.
You want
to necessarily
go right ahead.
It's
not my business. God love you. I wish I could afford to do it. I'd have all the pops. I'd get everything. Tom's frozen. So while Tom freezes, let's continue on here. So we'll let Tom hopefully get unfrozen. And so everyone knows, Thor: Love and Thunder was also at Comic-Con. And if you haven't heard, there is going to be a female Thor. And her name is Natalie Portman. And when that was announced, there was a huge, huge ovation. It was totally ridiculous. She came out on the stage, and they actually gave her Thor's hammer, which is broken and shattered. So we'll have to see what makes her turn into Thor. Or I think they might be calling her the Mighty Thor. So that might be happening. So we just lost Tom, so hopefully Tom will come back. So until he does, we'll just keep going with our talk. So if anyone in the chat room has any comments, feel free to ask any questions or comments. And if you guys haven't heard, at the end of the Marvel, I'm going to set the stage for you. At the end of the Marvel announcement, they brought out all the people from all the Marvel movies, the TV shows, out on stage. And the producer of Marvel Studios says, well, we mentioned some things we haven't mentioned, but let's mention one more thing. And then it comes out, Mahershala Ali comes out, who's a multi-Academy Award winner. He comes out, and it was kind of like, oh, you hear kind of like a rumble, and people getting excited. And the producer of the show goes, do you have a hat? And he pulls out a hat and puts it on. And if you haven't guessed it already, Blade is coming back to the MCU. And for people who don't know, Blade was actually kind of the movie that restarted it all. Blade was out in the 90s, and it was an incredible movie series. And if you haven't seen it, I suggest go check it out because Blade was an awesome, awesome, awesome show. They had 3 movies. The third one wasn't all that hot, but the first one and the second one, they were really good. Check them out. They were pretty amazing. And also, if you haven't heard, which I'm sure you haven't, is Mark Hamill from Star Wars. And where's Tom for this? He hates Star Wars. He doesn't even watch Star Wars. He needs to hear this. He received the 2019 Comic-Con Icon Award. So this convention actually even gives out Comic-Cons. Yeah, Tom's back. And
well, I don't know what happened. Sorry.
No problem. Yeah, he got an award for this award goes to any individual or group for creating greater awareness of comics and greater art forms. So basically promoting the comic industry, promoting conventions and that sort of thing. And so Mark Hamill got that award for that. So that was pretty awesome. And so I just announced that Blade's coming back to the MCU.
Yes.
Mark Hamill, of course, you took him on that one. He got an award. Star Wars is the greatest thing on the planet, and you need to watch it for an Icon Award for promoting comics and that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I mentioned Thor. The mighty Thor is going to be Natalie Portman. So now that you're caught up, where the hell were you?
I don't know what happened. It was like I all of a sudden it was free. Like I could see you, but I couldn't hear you, and I was like, uh-oh. And then it went out. I was showing that I had full internet. I was just like, okay. So I was waiting for a second. I was like, maybe I was actually talking to the audience, being like, I don't know if you can hear it, Roy or me, but just give it a second. And then I completely got booted out and texted you, and then you sent me the new link or the link that I got back on. I don't know if my internet just went out for a second. I have no idea.
A little bit every so often, like kind of jumpy, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Well, where were you?
That's where I was.
No, where were you on your story?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Catch up.
Okay, so where was I? What was I saying now? God,
Remember? Anybody in the studio remember where he was?
I don't even remember now.
Don't you have a script? Or are you like Derek? Everything's in your head.
I have my notes, but yeah, usually everything comes out of my head. So.
I actually have. Let me show you guys. I have a script that I follow, and if I don't follow this, I will get so lost and be so confused. Derek and I don't know Tom, but like these guys, yeah, I can't do that. I have to have a script. So then, if when I screw up or get lost or get booted out or whatever happens, I know where I'm at because I just don't remember.
See, I usually have my notes. I haven't been. I one of the episodes, or if you guys remember, I put them on my iPad, and then I couldn't get into my iPad for some reason. So I pretty much write my notes as it is. And now, they used to be super detailed, and so now I just try to do kind of like shorthand notes, and just hitting on the idea of it.
I know you were discussing pops.
Mm-hmm.
Conan Pop.
I had talked those. I had talked the exclusives. I don't know how they're. It was about the rich guy, right?
Yeah.
Right? And just so anyway, yeah. I was just saying how it was. I mean, I can't understand, spending that much money on it. But hey, man, he makes that much money, and it makes him happy. So I mean, you can't really knock him. I mean, you're making $10 million a year, and you don't mind dropping $1,000 on the pop. So be it. Who am I to judge? You know what I mean?
Who are you to judge anybody?
Yeah, exactly.
I agree totally. I'm like, I'd love it if you have the money. I wish I had the money to spend. I'd be buying pops out left and right. Oh, I mean, I wasn't I? Tom's like, the first time Tom came over, he looks at me and goes, "Boy, you built up this collection really fast."
Yes.
His eyes are all big eyes. He's like, "Oh my god, dude!"
Yeah, your collection. I'm so impressed. Every time it's bigger. I really like your how you're displaying it.
How was your display?
What's that?
How was your display? I know you sent me a picture.
Yeah, good. I did that. Took some out of the boxes and did it, and I have them in my bedroom. Which I love it. It looks great, and God, you save so much space with not displaying
difference, doesn't it?
Yeah, because I mean they're under 4 inches, but with the box they're over 6, and however wide, and it's just one of those things. I mean, I did keep my boxes because I do keep the boxes and everything. They're still in protectors. They're all good, but yeah.
Put them in a tote and throw them in a tote.
That's what I have. That's what I have, a tote in my closet, and I just throw them in there. You know what I mean? Just to have them. It's
they have the boxes,
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, I know you're not a box guy, but like I said, if you ever just like, you think you're going to throw them away, don't. You can always sell them online. There's tons of people always There was even a guy yesterday I saw a post. He was just like, anybody got old boxes I can buy. He just wanted them because he does, the window on them, the plastic window. He does replacement for people, that come in if they're broken. So he buys old boxes and takes out the good window and keeps them on hand so that somebody's like, hey, I need a new window for my thing. He does a replacement for them.
That's genius.
Yeah, so people buy, he'll just buy them up, just real cheap. You know what I mean? Couple, $3-4 for the box or whatever, and boom, it's. But yeah, it's.
So you got anything else you want to talk about?
Oh no, I'm good. I'm good, man. It was good.
Convention, it's a great convention. Like Tom said, he wants to go. He asked me if I wanted to go, and I was like, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
They had some emotional moments. They had the Walking Dead deny, and now she was leaving. They gave her a big ovation. The cast was very weepy eyed, and her speaking was kind of broken a little bit every now and then. And
yeah, they did that with the Good Place too. They announced its final season of which is a great show. It's not really like a geeky show, but like I said, they do just mainstream shows too. It's
everything. That's why it's so great.
Yeah,
everything.
Kristen Bell, and it was tearful. It's a great show on I'm not sure the channel, but what is it?
I think it's NBC, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe it's NBC. I believe, and it's great, clever show. They announced it's going to be ending not because of ratings, not because it just when the guy who created it and writes it. When he came up with the concept, he knew exactly where the story wanted to go and how many episodes it was going to be. And that was it. He didn't, he knew what it was and he didn't want, and that was it. He had the whole story mapped out and everything. And just, they're getting there by the end of next season. And it was tearful, like I said, emotional moment. They were crying and stuff. It's great. I love the show. I think it's hysterical. And so there's a lot of moments like that
You don't watch Arrow, right? You never watched it?
No, I do. I remember I started binging it. I'm probably around season 4-ish right now. Right around there.
I think what we should do, and if anyone doesn't want us to, let us know. Maybe do an episode review of each episode of the show. Just do a little few-minute thing. We can record it, put it up when we want. And for the last 10 episodes, for the final 10 episodes of the series.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, that would be cool, man. Definitely.
Because I love Arrow. I mean,
it's a good show.
I was never a fan. I was a fan of Arrow, the character, because of the bow and arrow kind of thing.
Yeah.
But as far as the superheroes for DC, I was always a Superman guy. I love Superman. I love the Flash. Those are my guys.
Yeah.
But this show, if I was going to buy a TV show on DVD, Arrow would be it. It's a show for adults to a certain degree because it's a dark show.
Yeah.
They handle adult matters pretty much. And it's just a kick-ass show. And it's just great.
It is. I mean, like I said, I don't like I was binging it for us and I enjoyed it. It just it's like one of those things that it's like I watched so much that I needed a break because I binged like 3 full seasons, to try to catch up to you guys, then realized I was like, it's going to take a lot longer than I thought. And those shows that I am going to get back into watching. It's just.
When I worked Boston Comic Con the one year I worked for Boston, I was with Stephen Amell's cousin, Robbie Amell. And fans would keep asking him about Stephen Amell. It was crazy because I'd be like, dude, do you ever get tired of hearing about your cousin? Because they talk to him, but they don't want to know about Stephen Amell.
What does Robbie Amell do?
He did a ton of movies.
Oh, okay.
He was on Flash.
Oh, okay.
He played what's her face's boyfriend, and he gets killed, and then they end up becoming Starfire or something.
Oh, okay.
He was a bad guy for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, real awesome dude. And like I said, I've met most of the cast of The Flash. I've met a few of the cast from at least half the cast from what's that show? Legends of Tomorrow.
Mm.
I met a couple of the cast members from The Flash, and they're all super nice people. And these are people that are big stars. Like
Mm-hmm.
people come to conventions, people flock to these people, and I'm always amazed at how nice these people are. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
they're always very nice. It's very rare. Um, I've come across one person, and she wasn't mean, but I think she was frustrated because the security guard I was with was escorting her to a photo op,
Mm.
and he was new, and he had no idea where he was going.
Ah.
So she goes, so we're walking, and she goes, "You stay right behind me. No one near me." I'm like, "All right." So I'm right behind her. And she kept looking back. "You're still there." I'm like, "I'm here. Don't worry." And then we finally, her and her agent goes, "Can we go like a booth and somewhere so you can find out where we're supposed to be?" I'm like, "Dude, we got to get these people to that photo hop. What are you doing?"
Yeah.
And it was his first time. He was nervous. I might have been his first person he's ever had to do.
Mm-hmm.
And to put it in perspective, imagine trying to take somebody through a wall of people.
Yeah.
Like, you better know where you're going because you take one wrong turn and you're screwed, you know? And I enjoyed it because I wasn't doing anything wrong. She was fine with me, but she wasn't happy with him.
That's
But I've
fun.
been very fortunate, and we get to meet some great people, and you really should come to Comic Con. I mean, they have statues of incredible artwork. Like, it's a geek convention, but they have so much to offer.
Oh yeah.
So much to offer. So, any final thoughts on the convention?
No, I'm good.
All right, guys, my voice is cracked.
Mm-hmm.
Finally reached puberty.
Mm.
All right, guys, I want to thank you all for watching the show today. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. I can't talk anymore. And follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook to stay up to date with everything going on. Comment on this video below because it tells YouTube that you like our stuff, and they'll boost it up into the higher rankings so more people can watch our videos. And for Tom and myself, have a geeky great day. Bye bye.
Thanks, guys.